What's up, Web3 community? Once again, we are still here at DeFaiCon 2025 and may nakita akong kabayan dito. And I'm with...
My name is Ian from The Matrix.
Yeah, Ian, kamusta so far yung event natin ngayon?
It's pretty good. I love the vibe. I think this is the first event that I've seen that has like 2 floors. And I think the crowd is really great. You know, the event is very well organized. So yeah, super happy to be here. Yeah.
Amazing. So like there's just a few questions I would like to ask. For those who are new to your project, how can you explain briefly the solution that you are bringing into our space?
Okay, so the Matrix is basically a multi-stable currency and DeFi layer for AI. So what we basically do is we allow AI tokens to be used to mint stable coins through a CDP or collateralized debt position. So for those who are more crypto savvy, it's something like MakerDAO or Sky Protocols DAIs, which you can actually mint using Ethereum and other things like that. Now, the reason why we're actually doing this is because a lot of these AI tokens don't really have DeFi utility. A lot of the AI tokens that are coming out into the market do not have actual connection to the actual project. And I think this is okay because the founders, when they're building AI projects, they're building on fundamental technology. It's not like in the previous cycles, they're actually creating like financial, on-chain financial services, right? So, you know, the founders are doing that, but the problem is there's not enough DeFi utility. And because of that, there's a lot of selling pressure. So one of the ways that we're actually doing that is that instead of the founders doing it, for every AI token, the vision is that we allow them to participate in DeFi through stablecoins. So that's how we actually contribute to, that's the reason why our project is in existence, and that's why we're happy to contribute here in Web3.
So what I find me most amazing in your project is that there's a fusion of AI and DeFi as well. You know, so like you are bringing something that is fundamental to the space, right?
Yes.
So like instead of like just holding their tokens, so why not, you know, use their tokens to create more liquidity and create more opportunities. All right, now let's talk about education. So now we know education is one of the crucial part in onboarding, you know, Web3 users. Now, how does Maitrix contributes to educating users in your community?
Okay, well, I think there's for me, education is basically, I do not believe in like in the crypto space where you educate, you teach them about crypto, blah, blah. I don't think that is the role of crypto projects. I do think that the crypto projects, whenever they do something new or something novel, is that they should actually be able to communicate properly what the protocol is and how they can benefit from it, right? And for me, since one of the things about crypto, which is good, sometimes bad, it's basically information asymmetry, right? Not everyone gets the same level of information. That's why there's so many alpha groups and things like that. And I think to some extent, I think we should welcome information asymmetry, because for me, in my brain, it's basically if there's information asymmetry, hopefully it drives people to be, you know, to research more, right? To take charge, because it's a self-custodial world. You need to be responsible for your own assets. So, but for me specifically through Matrix, what we're actually going to do is basically educating them on basically the concepts of volatility. How can you protect them yourself? How do stable coins work? How do AI projects work, right? Because I think that people will usually, I mean, this is the meme coin meta, and a lot of AI tokens got a lot of interest because of the meme coin meta. If it's a cool ticker and a cool picture on deck screener, then they'll buy it. Right. So, but for us, you know, no. Actually, buy assets that are, you know, that have real fundamentals, so that there's less volatility. Mint an AI USD and use it in DeFi. Basically, that's, you know, my take on education. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like education is more on like educating on the risk side of the space, right?
Yeah. On an ongoing basis as your protocol evolves. Yes.
So like last question would be, what do you think are the skills or the knowledge areas most people need to get onboarded into the Web3 space?
Absolute basic, you need to know how to use Telegram and Twitter, right? Because I mentioned information asymmetry, that's pretty much all you'll get from an information perspective. The other one would be obviously the basic concepts of private keys, self-custody, because, you know, that's usually the hardest part of it, like the onboarding. But I think in general, for you to really not just be able to participate, but to also kind of thrive, is to have complete, I would would recommend that they study 5 protocols, like popular, like high FDV protocols, and make sure that they research their docs and understand it completely. Because after they get to that point, they now will understand how crypto works, and they'll be able to evaluate what a good project is. So just 5 crypto protocols that you research day and night and understand completely like the back of your hand, and I think you'll be you're pretty much in a good place from a crypto perspective in Web3. Yeah.
Can you invite our viewers? How can they reach you out?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. You can take a look at our Twitter. So it's the Matrix. The handle is the Matrix AI. So it's the and then Matrix. So it's MAI. So it has an I. TRIX AI. You can also participate on our testnet. So we actually have a testnet now. We launched it in February. It now has around 700,000 wallets engaging with it, and it will allow you to basically mint and stake the AI USDs that we have supported, and you can start earning pills. So basically, if the more pills that you have, the more airdrop percentage that you'll have access to. So try your best. Try to go on early. We launched virtual USD. Right now, it's 2 times points earning. So please do try our testnet. Yeah.
So guys, I encourage you to check it out and stay ahead for more updates.
Yes.
Yeah. And my last question would be, what are you most excited about this year's Token 24/9 in Dubai?
I think for me, I think it's more about figuring out or seeing more AI projects. So I think across all of the events that we've been to, like there's ETH Denver or at least myself, I've always been looking for AI projects and AI projects to partner with. The other thing is also for personal learning. Like I'm saying, like it's information asymmetry. I'm looking for alpha. I'm looking for novel insights, just to learn even more. So even if you've been here in the new space, people are so smart. They'll create something new every month or something like that. And you have to be on top. So that's really those are things that I'm very excited about this year's Token 2049.
Amazing. So see you around, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.